Are here with Ryan Smyth, the associate head coach at Keystone College and the second year manager of the Wareham Gatemen. Ryan, it is great to be with you, my friend.
Good to be back, guys. Counting down the days to get out there.
Talk about the state of the Gatemen heading into the 2024 season.
I think just taking the job over, I think there was a big overhaul that needed to be done in terms of just the atmosphere and people wanting to come out and be proud to wear the W. I do think we did a great job of that. I feel like the buzz that we got from our players in the community, how they acted, how they treated fans. I think we've reaped the benefits of that, of this roster being really, really good this year and really talented, as they are across the league. But I feel like now it's time to do it on the field.
I want to kind of go over some of the challenges you guys faced last season. How were you guys able to overcome those and kind of make it work with your team throughout the season?
I mean, every team out here faces challenges, and I know one of the biggest challenges is obviously the host families. Beds in the Cape across the league, they are gold. Without host families, this league doesn't exist. Some of the challenges are obviously keeping the guys healthy. Understanding the innings limits and when guys are going to be shut down. I feel like the one good thing that we did last year is we had enough guys that were able to come in. But I'm very confident going into this year, now being there for a year and kind of understanding how everything works and how everybody wants everything done. So I'm looking forward to getting back there this year and get going again.
So with that learning curve, how has that changed your approach coming into year two?
There are obviously, listen, we learn from the mistakes that we make, especially players. Very rarely do you learn from the wins, right? The mistakes in the wins get hidden a little bit because you just won the game. You might have made 3-4 mistakes in a game, and at the end of the game you won, and it kind of gets overshadowed. Losing games, I think those are the biggest teaching, games that you could possibly have, because you always look back. I did something last year where, at the end of a game, no matter win or loss, I'd go home and you'd go back and rewatch some of the inning, that I felt like either, we won the game because of that inning or we lost the game because of that inning.
Awesome. So you were brought in November of 22 in advance of the 23 season. Now you've had the chance to recruit over a full year. So tell me about what this offseason has been like and kind of just take me through it.
I think it starts with last year. The players that we had last year had to have the experience that they wanted to go back to school and say to their coaches, hey, this is a really fun place to play. We need to send players there. I've had calls over the fall. We've added some new relationships that we didn't have before because the word around the Cape was, those guys had some fun. They want to go play for that coaching staff, that organization. And coaches called up and just said, hey, we want to send some guys to you. So like that right there, our biggest recruiting tool is the players that are here every summer. If they enjoy their summers, win or loss, if they're having a good time and enjoying and getting everything out of this league that they want, then they're going to go back to school and the word is going to get out to each individual school. Hey, this is the place to be in the summer. And that's what we're trying to build.
So you have a lot of history on the Cape, obviously, before the Gatemen, and you've gotten used to winning with other teams. So what steps do you think the Gatemen need to take this year to kind of make it to the end goal there and make it to playoffs?
Go back to what I said before. It takes a team that wants to be here and wants to win. You can't recruit the character of a kid. You try as best you can. You try to ask those questions in that recruiting process, but these guys just get done playing 55, 60 some odd games during regular season. A lot of them are tired. A lot of them know that this is a showcase for them, basically, for, some of them 2.5 months, some of them shorter than that if they're draft eligible. We want to make it more of a developmental league, where these guys are coming in, learning, a handful of things and being able to take them back to school. And become a slightly better player than what they already are. There's been a lot of change. I think the organization has been open to some change. We've got some new gear coming along the way, which I know every kid loves. It's all about the gear.
Well, a new image of the organization means a lot of new memories, right? And so you made a lot last year. What memories are you looking to replicate from last season to bring over to 2024?
I mean, a great memory. A great memory would be dogpiling at the end of the summer. It's about the relationships you're making with these kids. I get text messages throughout the year from our players, and watching them, and seeing players that played together last summer that are now going against each other during the season, and one guy hitting a ball to the next guy, and he's making the out on him. It's cool to be able to reach out to them and be like, hey, that was a Gateman connection. Way to not make an error on him. Way to not give him a cheap hit or something like that. And to have the responses, to have those guys still engage with it, that's what means everything to me. Yes, we'd love to win a championship at the end of this summer. That's the goal. That's the goal every summer. But sending these guys back with, the memories that they're going to have on the Cape, having a fun time, playing baseball, the new relationships of the players that they played with. Some of those guys, I know it's 2.5 months, but they might be friends for a very long time after, spending the summer on the Cape.
So as you continue to build out this roster, what are some players from last season that are coming back that fans should look forward to? And what about some new faces that fans should keep an eye on?
Garen Caulfield's going to be back this summer. He's a draft eligible junior, I believe. He was a guy that was day one to the very last day last year. And, we're going to take care of our guys, especially the ones that did it right in Wareham. I'm hoping that he's only with us for, a short period of time. He does what he needs to do in the first half and has an opportunity to play professional baseball. Bobby Bozer, another guy that started off really, really hot this year. And unfortunate injury kind of sidelined him for a little bit. And I think he's going to need to, potentially come out prior to the draft. I believe if he does what he needs to do on the front half, he's going to be a pretty high pick. And again, he was a, day one guy to the last day of the year. So we're going to take care of those guys and bring them back if they need to come out here. Some new faces that I'm really excited about. Jalen Flores, shortstop from the University of Texas. Sam White from Virginia. He's kind of a utility player. He's been all over the place, left field, third base. He's caught a lot. Logan Suave, catcher from West Virginia. We got some names up and down the board that I can go on. I'm pretty excited about everybody, to be honest with you. Like I said, I watched a lot of college baseball this year and tried to get eyes on every single one of our players. Kevin Murray, one of our interns, is doing our stat page and keeping the coaching staff updated and across the board. We look really good on paper right now. So I'm hoping that continues on and I can be excited about every single guy that's going to come out here.
Well, that's awesome, Coach. Thank you so much for all of your time. We're so excited to go out and meet you in person for the upcoming season and cheer on the Gateman. It's going to be so much fun.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a fun summer.